Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to take a break from the Cobra and I'm going to work on getting my RockHard rock slides installed on my Gladiator Rubicon. As you can see, it has the factory Rubicon slides on it right now, and here in the box you can see the rock slide units that I'm putting on the vehicle. These have, they're very heavy duty. They also tie into two of the cab mounts. Thing weighs a ton, so these two combined, they are definitely heavy duty slides, plus they give me the added bonus of a slight step on each side, but it still sits higher than the frame rails. So just gonna get started on doing this. Gotta unbolt, or I already unbolted the four frame mount bolts from the stock one. Now I have to get the ones that go into the pinch weld, then I'll get the stock slide off and start cleaning everything up and getting ready to put on the RockHard rock slide. All right, factory slider off, pretty straightforward. Basically, the 8 bolts going through the 8 nuts on the pinch weld studs, and then 4 bolts going into the chassis. Pretty straightforward. I will say that this thing is actually a little heavier duty and beefy than I expected it. I mean, it's nowhere near as heavy as the rock slide unit, but it's definitely got a little more heft to it than I expected. I thought it would be a little bit lighter duty. So what I'm going to do now is start cleaning things up and get ready to install the new slider. All right, and there we have it. Driver's side is loosely in place. I need to start getting in there, put all the hardware in and whatnot. Wanted to let you know that I did have to drill out the very front bolt. The hole was way too small. It was like 2 layers of the sheet metal had been drilled all the way through, but the inside layer was probably, I don't know, like a 3/16 hole. Needed to be a lot bigger than what it was. So I drilled that out, put a little touch-up paint on it, and now I'm going to go ahead and tighten all the hardware and finalize the install of this side. All right, and here we are, driver's side done. As far as all the bolts go, the 2 smaller bolts, the 13 mils, just kind of did those to good and tight. Started with the pinch welds, got those nice and tight, then did the 4 that go into the bottom of the floor pan. And then as far as the body bolts go, I looked those up, and the 3 heavy duty body bolts, those are 80 foot-pounds, so I did torque those to spec. So driver's side is in. Now I'm gonna go pull out the passenger side and get that one done. All right, so you know that saying that every 30-minute job is just one snap bolt away from becoming a 2-week project? I thought that was going to be what I had ahead of me. On the passenger side, I got the pinch weld bolts out and the 4 body bolts out and took the rail off, no problem. Drilled and touched up the front hole because, again, it was too small. Then I went and started taking out the body mount bolts. I got the back one out, no problem. The middle one out, no problem. Front one, about a turn and a half in, the thing locked up solid. And my heart sank. I was like, no, this is not good. So I sprayed penetrating oil into, there's a hole in the frame in that general vicinity. So I was able to get some penetrating oil in there, let it soak for a few minutes, and then just slowly worked it with a breaker bar. And after a while it finally started loosening up and I was able to get it out. This is what came out. So the bolt itself doesn't look bad, but it has what looks to be the factory retainer wedged on it in an awkward, contorted way, and I think that's what was causing my problem. I was fighting that the whole way, trying to get this thing out. So word to the wise, or just giving you a heads up, you may run into this problem on yours if you're going to do this. These rails get installed and you have to take off the body mount bolts. So just wanted to let you know, I am going to go ahead and clip that thing off of the bolt. I'm probably going to run a die down the bolt just to make sure everything's good. I might see if I can run a tap up into the hole as well, just again to make sure I'm not going to run any problems down the road. All right, and here we are, passenger side done. I will say this side fought me way more than the driver's side. Driver's side was pretty easy. I only had the 1 hole that I had to open up. This side, after fighting with that front body bolt that I thought was stripped and getting that cleaned up, then I went to install the rail, and I had already drilled the front bolt hole, noticing that was small and it wouldn't line up at all. So I had to drill every one of the holes, oversize them, Unfortunately, when I tried to put it on the first time and had to fight with it to get it off, it slipped, and I got a nice little nick in the paint on the rock slide. So I'm gonna have to get some good touch up or something and blob that a little bit and clean it up. But either way, it is installed. Everything's torqued to spec. The 3 body bolts are torqued to spec. Everything else is good and tight. I love the way it looks. I think these look great. They're going to be functional as steps, so my wife will be happy. Make it easier for her to get up in this thing. I actually do have some grip tape that I'd ordered off Amazon, so I think I'm going to install some of that on these as well, and that will finish the job. Alright, and I wanted to take a quick video just so you could see how everything's mounted. So this is the front on the passenger side going into the body mount. You can see some pinch weld bolts, the bolts that go into the bottom of the body as they do from the factory, and it goes like that all the way down. 2 more pinch welds, another body, or the body bottom bolt, a major cab mount, same thing going down. 2 more pair of pinch welds, 2 more that go to the body, and then the last one that you can see right there is the front bed mount to the frame. So that is what we have holding everything in place. So like I said, it's pretty solid, pretty sturdy. All right, and here is the final result. This is the grip tape that I got off Amazon. It was highly rated, went on really easy, obviously. Looks like it'll hold up pretty well, pretty good adhesion and whatnot. I basically just sprayed it with some glass cleaner. I cut 4 lengths of 12 inches and just put them under the doors, where anybody would step. So it looks the same on both sides, and here we go, job done. Very, very impressed with these sliders. They hug the body really well. A lot of them, sit down way too low. You can see the pinch weld. These, right here, as you can see, it's right at the bottom of the body line. The frame is actually still lower than these, so going off-roading and whatnot, you don't have to worry about anything hanging down. Like when you have the ones that have the individual steps that just drop down, these look like they're going to hold up pretty well. And give me good clearance. So yeah, looking forward to taking this thing to the trails, checking it out, and making sure we're good to go. But I definitely feel like I have more security, and this will make my wife happy as it gives her a step getting in and out. And yeah, now I can get a lift kit down the road. So hope this was informational for you. Hope you enjoy what you're seeing. If you do, please like. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. There will be more for the Gladiator coming down the road. Still working pretty heavily on the Cobra. That is my primary focus, and my MR2 is going to be coming back from the body shop probably in the next few weeks, so that'll be starting up again as far as doing the engine swap in that. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.